Hello. Hello, everybody. I hope everybody is doing good and staying safe. I would like to give my thoughts about Mekeda's cookies and the owners because it's been rough and the show has been tough. So I want to give my thoughts and my opinion about how things are and is. So I'm going to get started. Make sure you like and definitely comment and definitely follow me so you can get your notifications. I appreciate it and everything. So definitely leave your comment because I'm going to talk like, and if you don't like it, you can leave the same way that you come in, push out. So let's get started. Thank you. And OG, I hope you don't mind. I'm using your video. So let's get into it.
It's Dolph. Today we're going to be looking at young Dolph's murder. And was he a victim of a sacrifice by Empire Records allegedly? Or was it just a hatred, jealousy, and envy from the streets of Memphis that took him out? Let's look at this short news clip and we're going to decipher this thing.
Maurice and Pamela Hill sat down with me this afternoon as police search for two killers. The Hills tell me their first thoughts are with young Dolph's high school sweetheart and two surviving children. Sadness. Maurice and Pamela Hill are not okay.
This kind of in a nightmare that we can't wake up from.
After their flagship bakery on Airways Boulevard became a murder scene, where longtime customer Adolph Young Dolph Thornton Jr. took his last breath.
All right, so boom.
Rest in peace to young Dolph.
As we just heard, Dolph was a long-time customer of this cookie shop. So it shouldn't have been.
I'm going to stop in between and definitely give my thoughts and my opinion. If he was a long time customer, that made it easy, real easy for them. No cap.
No kind of discrepancy on who he was, okay? So I have to put that out there because when they start telling his story, especially Maurice, he acts like he didn't even know Dolph. Let's check it out.
His losing his life and my cookies, because he just felt comfortable coming there. And it's just been hard for me to just digest.
As usual.
So, boy, these people got a lot of game, but they got a lot of nerve. So it's hard for her to digest. I bet it is. I bet it is. Because it's a shame, allegedly, of what y'all guys has did.
Family members were running the store just after noon Wednesday when Dolph drove up in his camo Corvette. He didn't ask for his usual chocolate chip cookies and ice cream.
He got 2 lemon and 2 strawberry cookies. So they was really for his mother.
All right, so boom. When Dolph pulled up that day, that tend to make me think he didn't call no order in because he didn't get his usual, okay? So he pulls up at the spur of the moment, out the blue, to get 4 cookies for his mom. And how does she know that those 4 cookies was for his mother? So that tends to make me believe that him and this owner right here, they had a conversation. Him and her had a conversation, okay? So they had enough time to talk and do all these things while Dolph was there.
Shout out to OG. OG is just OG. And I am so happy that he is on YouTube. I am. Because he lays it out.
Just continue to listen.
Dolph and another young man stood in the left corner of the store on their cell phones and never saw it coming. Maurice drove up to see his workers raising their heads from ducking bullets and the young man.
All right, so boom. Now, you mean to tell me Dolph and this young man is standing in the left corner of the store, right by each other, on their cell phones. They didn't see the ambush coming. So why is Dolph the only one hit if the young man was standing right there next to him in the same corner? If Dolph got hit over 20 times, why the young man did not get hit one time? Somebody please explain that to me. That's very suspicious. But we're going to carry...
Very suspicious. The only one that got hit was young Dolph.
We're going to get the full story and we're going to chop it up.
He was just distraught. He was hysterical. He was punching on the window, and because I didn't know what was going on. I didn't know there was a body laying there, and I thought, matter of fact, I thought he had shot the place up himself.
All right. So see, when Maurice started talking, something don't sound right. So when Maurice drove up, he said he drove up to his employees getting up from ducking bullets. So that means he drove up right after it happened. Okay? So you mean...
Suspicious again. Just lying.
Tell me, he said he don't know what happened. You ain't see these bullet holes in your establishment? You ain't know what was going on, so you didn't see Dolph's camouflage Corvette outside your cookie shop. So you didn't know Dolph was inside this building. Come on, brother. That don't sound right.
Tell it, OG. So you didn't see Dolph's car? Y'all been knowing him all his life, and you don't see his car outside? Excuse me.
Dolph been coming there all his life. You know what Dolph look like. You know what Dolph drive. So you don't know there's this Dolph laying on your establishment floor dead? Come on, brother. Then you had the nerve to say you thought the young man who was with Dolph shot up your place. I thought he had shot it up. I didn't know what was going on. Come on, brother. Something about that's real suspicious, Maurice. That don't even sound right, man. You know who Dolph is. But we're going to continue to listen to you lie, brother.
Hill says just a year ago, young Dolph told him he wanted to tell the world about Mekeda. The baker now feels an eerie and painful coincidence between what's happening now and the store's namesake, Mekeda, his 6-year-old niece. She was a patient at St. Jude Children's Research Hospital and died of leukemia.
She told my wife and her mother, she said, why these folks bring me all these presents? She said, they think I'm going to die. But she said, I'm not going anywhere, but don't tell them. And then, for those words to come out of her mouth, that she's not going anywhere. And here we are, almost 23 years later, and they still calling her name.
Okay, boom. So right now, what you just heard Maurice said, he's giving you the background on how the cookie shop got the name. It was named after the little girl who died of leukemia. And I kind of take that as like a predictive programming, because the way he was talking, like, she ain't gone, she's still here. 20 years later, people still calling her name, saying her name like she ain't dead. Check it out.
He says this is not how he wanted Dolph to let the world know. Pamela, who shared the same July 27th birth date with the slain rapper, says
Maurice said that this is not how he wants the world to know. Maurice said, I'm going to say it again. The reporter said this is not how Maurice wanted the world to know. So that means you had something to do with it, sir. You had something to do with it.
she might not have been familiar with his music, but she felt akin to him as an entrepreneur and philanthropist.
WTF. Did you just hear that, people? So Pamela Hill and young Dolph shared the same birthday. Is that a coincidence? I don't believe a coincidence. Okay? And furthermore, how does she know he's a philanthropist? Was Dolph giving these people donations? You know, so why did they throw the philanthropist part out there? Pay attention. Stay with me.
I used to see them watching, looking through my window. This damn just wanting to give, just wanting to change the whole world, you know. I feel that's what he felt.
She says now is the time to change, to end the killing of young black men.
All right, so boom. Now you just heard Pamela speak. Now my thing is this. She is real calm for somebody who was inside that cookie shop the same day a young man that she been knowing all his life that been coming to buying cookies died in her shop. She sound real calm. Something about that don't sit right with me. As an older black woman, you would think this woman would be distraught from what she would be traumatized from what she just experienced. Okay? And for her not to get hit one time with a bullet, okay? She didn't even get cut with a piece of glass. You know? And none of the other employees that have never came out and did a video and said, yeah, I was in the cookie shop when Dolph got killed. I got hit 1 or 2, 3 times. Nobody said that. Only person that got shot that day inside that cookie shop was Dolph. Let's carry on and finish.
Now you know I'm coming with something. Now I'm like, OG, you mean to tell me you're not crying? You're not upset? If somebody was in my shop that I've been knowing since he's a kid and he done got killed in my spot, I would be so distraught. I wouldn't want to talk. I wouldn't have no words to say. Just none. My feelings would be crushed. Like you can step on them and just keep stepping, crush them. I would lay in my bed for weeks. I wouldn't want to talk to nobody because I just can't believe it. I really couldn't. I would just be that distraught. But she's not. She's not distraught. And he's looking at her like, you better not say nothing. You better rehearse like the way I said it. And I mean it, or unless. That's how he's looking at her, and I mean it. You know when you get home, it's going to be on. That's how he's looking at her, like, what? You better get off of me. That's what I was, get off of me. And if you try it again, you know when we get home what it'll be, for real. I wouldn't have no man up on me like that. Get up off of me. You can't tell me how to feel. Period. But that lets you know that that's teamwork. That's nothing else but teamwork right there. It's team. It's teamwork. So they both allegedly is on it together.
Losing his life, and from this tragedy, I think that there's something for all of us to do to get out of it. I think it's time for us to, I guess, stop talking.
All right, so boom, we at the end of the interview. Now we're going to chop it up about some things that seem real suspicious with this dog.
I'm going to say one thing to that when she said that. And get that booger out your nose while you're talking. Get that booger out. He was sitting there close that he didn't even notice the booger because he was watching everything out your mouth. Making sure you say the right thing. Let me tell you something. When she said, quit talking, they meant it. She meant it. They meant it. Because they're not going to say nothing else. Because you know why? They are allegedly, they are in it. That's why she don't want to talk no more. See, when you wrong, you don't talk no more. When you innocent, you gonna talk. You gonna talk. You gonna let everybody know, hey, I didn't have nothing to do with that. Nothing at all. Period. But that's after that I will calm down from being upset. And that would have took a couple of weeks. Just one interview, ma'am, and you want to quit talking like that. No tears. No nothing. Nothing. Not no sad look on her face. Not nothing. And he's looking at her like he can just knock her off like himself. Like he can really knock her off. Like you bet not mess up. You bet not. And the thing about it is, they've been knowing him all his life. And y'all put him up for the chop shop. Allegedly. Y'all put him up for the chop shop. For money gain. Just because y'all not financially stable to do anything. Y'all put him up for the chop shop. Didn't care about nobody besides yourselves. That's cruelty. That's real cruel. Okay. Let's get back to it.
Let's go back to what they say in the beginning. They said Dolph and the young man were standing in the left corner of the store. So that means when she started that story off like that, she didn't tell the story from when Dolph ordered the cookies at the counter. That means this owner right here took Dolph's order for those 4 cookies. So how did she know that was for his mom? They must have had a conversation. He must have told her, oh, no, I don't want the usual today. I'm coming here to give my mama some cookies. You know, she just wants 2 lemon and 2 strawberry. So they went to the corner, left corner of the store, him and his homeboy, on their phones. That's when the shooters was getting out the car.
Allegedly on their phones.
Walked up to the storefront and started shooting it up. Okay? So you mean to tell me, out of all those 50 shots that witnesses say they heard, over 50 shots, only Dolph got hit and the boy was standing right there next to him? The woman who took his order, the owner right here, she didn't get shot? And it's also suspicious that she never said anything about a shooting. She never said that she seen Dolph get killed. She never said she seen the body. Maurice said he seen the body. Matter of fact, he said he didn't notice the body. I didn't know it was a body sitting there. I didn't know it was a body on the ground. That's what he said, people. So I find that very highly suspicious that she didn't get shot. Nobody else in the store got shot. The young man that was standing next to Dolph didn't get shot. Okay? And then the news has footage of this young man that was with Dolph running outside with a gun chasing the getaway car. Where that picture come from? Because Maurice said that the boy was inside banging on the glass. So how he get time to run out of the store and chase the getaway car? That don't sound right. See, as you analyze these things, you'll start putting 2 and 2 together, people. It's a hoax.
I'm going to speak on that. 1 plus 1 will get you 2 all day long.
And if it's not a hoax, which it sure seems like, this story just does not seem right. Why is it never a clear-cut case of what happened with these rappers? Why is it always a conspiracy? Why is it always a mystery? Why come the girl that was outside of the store who did the viral video who was saying that Dolph was dead, they got him, y'all, he dead, y'all, Dolph dead, right? How does she know that? Somebody, his arm was hanging out the window. How do we know that was Dolph? Because that was his car that was outside the cookie shop, right? So we are forced to automatically believe that was Dolph. That's how predictive programming works. Okay? This woman, Pamela, never said anything about her life was in danger. Maurice never said when he drove up, he was worried about if his wife got killed or got shot. He just said he didn't know what happened. I thought the young man had shot it up. Man, all this shit don't seem right, man. And one more side note before we get out of here. Something to put on your mind to think about. You mean to tell me out of all them people who had footage of Dolph being murdered that day of the crime scene, nobody actually got real footage, up close and personal footage of the crime scene? Why come we can't see Dolph's dead body laying in Mekeda's cookie shop on the floor, riddled with bullets? Why we can't see that? Why is it always a conspiracy?
The reason why that you're not going to see it, that's because they cleaned it up before the police got there and the ambulance. They got rid of it. Allegedly, they got rid of the evidence and made like that the shooters were shooting on the inside. Boy, these people are tough. You hear me? They some cutthroats. That's what they are. They some cutthroats.
These guys died. And it's a mystery if they really are dead. I'll let you decide. Nobody showed us footage of Dolph's body getting transported on the stretcher. All they did was boarded up the cookie shop to where nobody can see inside of it.
They sure did. They boarded up so nobody could see on the inside and left the lights on. Why would you leave lights on and utility bill is high? These people are weird. These people are straight up weird. Like, why would you do that? Like, I just can't believe that they would do this and expect the whole world to go along with their master plan without having anything to say, having anything. We wasn't supposed to question these people. We wasn't. We wasn't supposed to. If anybody haven't noticed that by now, we wasn't supposed to question these people. We were supposed to let them go on and do their 1-2s and skip on to 3s and 4s. And we wasn't supposed to say anything about it while they allegedly did their thing. You know, some people, I will say this before I get off. Some people believe their own lies that they tell out of their mouth. Some people really do believe their own lies. And these are what these people doing. They lying and they want everybody to believe their own lies. That's exactly what it is. Rest in peace young Dolph. Everybody, please like, comment, and definitely subscribe to my channel. And please leave your comment and let me know how you feel. Am I right for saying or wrong for saying? Let me know, because I would definitely love to know. All right, y'all. Everybody have a good night. Thank you.